Hey guys, Brad Yater from Northern Indiana, and I just want to talk to you about how I put 50 people on my team in a month. So putting 50 people on my team and doing that in a month, I don't recommend doing because I could not train all of them properly, but I still did it, and this is how I did it. We did three-way calls. On my very first day in my opportunity, 11 people joined my team, and I was able to do that from a gentleman who had success before. He had about 1,500 people on a team previous before he was in this opportunity here, and we did three-way calls, and he was able to get people to join our team, if you will, just through his expertise and experience. Now, I say 1,500, and I was just getting into the business. I thought, man, that's a ton, and what I could do with the business I was in, it's gonna make a lot of money at 1,500 people. But now I know people that have put in 120,000 people on a team. So being around the right people is important. Let me say that about the business. But anyways, I digress. Having them do the three-way calls is by far, to me, the most important way for you to put people on your team. What happens on a three-way call is the person that is calling in, and whether it's your upline or even if it's a teammate that has more experience than you, it validates them. So an example is, infomercials. What they'll do is, you'll have the two people talking about a piece of equipment, and then they'll have somebody come in that will also say that the experience that they've had the equipment, or they'll have a doctor come in and say how great that a piece of equipment is and what it'll do for you. I'm an ESPN guy, so watching sports analysts, they'll be talking during a football game, and then they'll have a coach come upstairs. Those sports analysts know what they're talking about, but when the coach comes up and talks about it, and one of the sports analysts might even be a former coach, know what the heck he's talking about, but they bring somebody else up there, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, this guy really understands the game. For some reason, human psychology, when we have someone else that comes up and says, it sounds like they know what they're doing. So I'll give you like one more example. If I tell you that, hey, I found a diamond on the road, you're gonna be like, oh, well, that's nice. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But if a person behind me says, no, that guy really did find a diamond on the road, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, I believe them, because that's just how we think as humans. So it's important to have that three-way call, because that three-way call, because that'll build that trust up with that person that's calling in. They can answer questions. They just know usually more about the product or what's being offered. So I mean, that's another important thing to have, and why you need to do that. Now, the time to have someone do the three-way call is, I don't have that person. I don't do it anymore. But when I teach our downline to do them, I make sure if they're going to use me, make sure it's not on the initial presentation. Already ask that person, hey, I have an opportunity for you. I want to affect what you're currently doing. Do you want to earn some additional income on the side? Show them the presentation, get the time, get their why, get the time that you want to call them back, and then that's when I'll, have me come down there and do that three-way call with you. The reason being is because I don't need to spend time trying to get somebody to watch a presentation. What I want to be able to do is answer their questions. I'm not there to try to convince them to join the business. But if they have questions, I'm going to know more than the person that's put me on the three-way call. So I'm able to help them out and build trust up with that person. The other thing is, make sure that when you put me or put your upline on the call, or put the other person, even if they're a teammate of yours, on the call, make sure that you schedule a time that they know that you're going to be calling. Because I've had people call me or text me, if you will. They call me twice. I don't pick up because I'm sitting down at a dinner at a restaurant, and then they're texting me and saying, hey, dude, I need you on this three-way call. And I look at my wife, and she's just staring at me, not happy at all. So, and what we got to be able to do is make sure the person that's going to be doing the three-way call, that they know that you're going to be doing that. Just, whether you can get a couple of them in a week with that person, or they can do every day with you, just make sure that it's on a time. And the way you do that, once again, is your initial presentation. Your initial presentation is when you're talking to that person. After they say, hey, you're going to watch that video, today's Monday, do you mind if I call you at 3:30 on Tuesday? They'll say, yeah, that's fine. Or if not, you guys will work out a time. And then you'll let your sponsor know, or you'll let your upline know, or you'll let your teammate know, hey, I'm going to be calling this person back at 3:30 on Tuesday. Will that time work for you? And here's a really, really important thing. Before you do your three-way call, make sure you practice it. Because I can't tell you how many times I've had people that are on our team call me and then lose that other call, or they flip back and forth, something happens. So you need to practice the three-way call on your phone, see how it works. You know, smartphones are, you know, pretty good about it now, but if you have an older phone, you need to be able to figure that out. And then really the other thing is, if you have a teammate, let's say, or if you have an upline that hasn't had a ton of success, really to validate them or really to give them posture, all you got to be able to tell the person on the other line is, hey, you know, this person's super busy. We're lucky to have them on the call. They're more experienced than me. They'll be able to answer some of your questions. And all of a sudden that validates that person to the next level as being the expert. So that's how you do that, how you validate them. Also on a three-way call, I won't ask them, hey, do you mind if I put my sponsor, or do you mind if I put my upline on it? I just lead them right through it. I'll just tell them, hey, I'm going to put my the guy that got me in this business, he knows a lot more than I do about it. I'm going to go ahead and put him on a three-way call. Do you mind waiting for 1 second? And they'll hold on for 1 second as I go and call that my third person calling in. I'll call them and put them on the three-way call. So I hope that helps you guys. If you have any more questions, by all means, get a hold of me. You can get a hold of me if you go to bradyater.com or click on the description box and click on the link below, and that'll send you to my website, and there's a comment box there. Also, I have a free video for you guys on how to do internet marketing. If you guys are into figuring out, you know, you're trying to figure out how to do Facebook, you're not having very much luck, or if you're trying to figure out how to do Twitter, how to do YouTube, anything like that whatsoever, or if you just want to figure out how to attract people to call you, that's really a big part of my business now. It isn't so much, I mean, I still do it because I practice my downline to do it, so I still go out there, and I'm excited about my business, so I still like going out there and meeting other people and talking to them if I see that they'd be good for the business. I still buy cold leads and call those leads of people interested in doing a home business. But the biggest thing and the most rewarding thing is when people are already contacting me, they've already watched my video without me ever doing a presentation, and they're saying, yeah, this is something I want to learn more about. And so I have a video that can teach you guys on how to do that, but you have to go to my website and I'll send you that video for free. You guys take care.